it, money.
Alrighty, everybody, what is going on? It's your host of Pokemart TCG, the Gamesman, back in the house for another awesome video. What's going on, my guys, my girls? What's going on, my dudes? What is going on in the Pokemon Mart today? Hope all you guys are out there catching them all and having a ball, as we got another awesome video for you guys today. Alright, guys, what is going on? Hopefully you guys are having a great day like me. I'm in the studio here today, doing some work. Went out Pokemon shopping. Tell you, I picked up a few things. Let me just go off camera a little bit and just come back on. Show you what I picked up. Picked up some Rebel Clash from Dollar General. Finding this back out. Got some Evolving Skies. Found this in the wild. And then went back over to Target. Got some Darkness Ablaze sleeve booster packs. So found those out today. Went out and got some more booster packs. Probably go out again a little bit later on today and get some more stuff. I'm not sure if the video is sharing out because normally we get people on here, but let's check and see if everything's good with the video. So I'm going to share it out a little bit because I like to get this exposure out here on our videos to try to help the channel out a little bit and to help the overall algorithm on YouTube. So let me just do what I do, and we'll be back into the video just shortly in a minute here. All right, just give me a minute to share out this video. We got one person on. That's good. Stick in there, dude. Got a little interesting conversation to talk with you guys about. Just a little bit that we touched on yesterday, and it's already happening. And we're going to talk about on product that it's happening on, and it's breaking news pretty much. What's going on, Fern? I'm just going to share out this video a little bit on my social medias. So just give me a minute since we are live. I'm just going to share out this video a little bit on my social medias. All right, there we go. Let me just share it out. Helps it out a little bit, and it gets people who are not belled up the opportunity to come in, because this is a little early video. Just woke up from a nap. I was out early this morning. Since 8 o'clock I was out. So like I said, I was out shopping. Hit some stores and got some product, some sleeve packs. Just a little something. Just going to share this out a little bit. Help this video out a little bit. We do get quite a few views, but just trying to help it get this exposure, because some of these videos I think need to get in front of people more than what it's doing, because we are so underrated on this channel, or this channel is so underrated. It's ridiculous. It really is. But we're going to do our part to help it along, throwing out snacks. My allergies have been acting up. I don't know why. I know I'm allergic to cat hairs and dander, but yeah, it's acting up. My nose is tingling like spider sense or something. I don't know. Hope I'm not getting sick. All right. That's the last thing I need, is to be sick. All right, just a few more bangs out. Boom. All right, we're done on that. Let me get back on here and we'll get into this video. When you have a chance, can you discuss PSA grading or grading companies? I haven't graded any cards, Fern. And if you look at grading, right now it's so backed up. You would really have to send out cards that have substantial value, to make it worth even paying $150 like the PSA. PSA seems to be like the number one grading for people who want to get their cards. It seems like PSA is the one that everybody's going to. But there are some other ones that are using, they're getting away from, see, PSA uses people to grade, all right? So you got to have humans in-house to grade cards at PSA, from what I gather. Hit me up if I'm wrong in the comments, because I know they opened up their, I guess they made renovations in their studios to make more room or make more offices for people to grade cards at their facility. But they use people. All right. Now, there is a grading service out that uses AI. I forgot, because somebody on YouTube was mentioning, I think CG Money was talking about it on his channel. I think TCG Money, I think he was talking about it. But there's an AI grading service that is coming up in the grading community, for having computers grade your cards, and it's based on infrared and all kinds, and they're reading the circumference of the card, the cut, and everything, and you get a grade based on the card as it was printed. The computer is giving that grade, and then it doesn't have to go on to be passed on to another hand to look at it. The computer, robotics, AI give it that grade. And I think that's the way these companies need to go, is if the computer, they can get away from these people that look at the cards and give it a grade, because anybody can grade a card, right? Right? Anybody can grade a card. A person can grade a card and say it comes from Captain Charizard, or whatever you want to call that guy, Gary from Pokemon, the big Pokemon guru that has all these Charizards in his collection. I don't know what his name, Gary, some big Gary V or whatever his name is, has all these Pokemon cards that was on the pawn shop selling them or whatever. Yeah, if they knew he was sending in cards, people will look at it and say, hey, we got to give him some 10s in here, because you got a human. But if they were sent in to AI to read, then the computer is giving that grade versus a human doing a favor for a celebrity or something. See what I mean? So you got graders that will favor someone who is, because it's a person, a particular person that has a bunch of them, they might cater to that person and give him a 10 on a card that really should have got a 9.5. So AI is going to read the card for what it is. Whether it was cut wrong, it's not centered, it's going to give it that computer AI that we can't read as humans, but if you send it to PSA, a human's going to read that card. So that is coming up. I think that's the way of the future for all grading companies. Should be looking at AI robotics to grade cards, to get away from a human touching the card to give it that initial grade, because the computers will give it to it, a grade. And then you don't have to worry about people popping the capsules and trying to send it back out to PSA to get a higher grade, or if they send it out to CGC and they got a low grade and they think it deserves a higher, they're popping out of that capsule, sending it to PSA because they think PSA is going to give it a higher grade, and just because it's in a PSA capsule, it'll get higher money than it would in a CGC or a GMC capsulated card, so graded form. So I think we need to go to AI, but it's too expensive to send cards out, Fern, right now. it's not the time to send any cards out to PSA. I mean, people who want to try to make a fast buck on their cards, they're sending out all these cards into PSA and paying $150. It's got to be those big money cards. It's got to be those $400, $300 like Charizards out of Shiny Fates and stuff like that. If you're going to send it to PSA to hopefully get $1,000 or whatever it is that they're going for in that PSA 8 or PSA 9, you'll have to do it in that manner. All right? So that's where, I mean, I wouldn't even send in like $50 cards into PSA. I would not send no cards in right now. It's not the time. In a down market like we have, in a market downturn, you need to be focusing on sealed product, number one, and singles. This is the time to capture some of those singles that are dipping in price. It's time to capitalize on, if you're building a master set, you need to be focusing on that kind of getting those cards or some of those cards in completion now, because some of these sets are just tanking to hell. Take a look at Shiny Fates. I mean, now, and Hidden Fates, some of the cards from Hidden Fates. You know, unexpectedly, I didn't think some of these cards would take a hit, but the Charizard's still holding pretty good. Took a little dip, but it's still holding. Some of the cards are holding and performing better than other cards in the set, and that's all on the market. Certain cards are going to hold, and other cards are going to fold, and you know, that's just the nature of the beast. You need to capitalize on some of these cards that are tanking, get them while they are before the market takes the turn and gold starts marching back up, and then that sealed booster box now starts tanking, you know, going back up. Sealed product on certain cards that did take a dip, and you bought them at the $18, and they were $14, $20, $30 cards, you know, prior. They start marching back up, and you pay a higher price. So you definitely want to get in on this market while the prices are right. All right? Hopefully that answers your question. All right, so just want to get back on my thing. I'm just waiting for this thing to roll through so I can put this phone down and get back into my video. All right. So what we are talking about today, guys, is the dawn of a new era in chase cards, serial numbered cards. Serial numbered cards, guys. The dawn of a new era. Now my nose is running. But this not going to be a long video, guys. It's going to be kind of a short video because we touched base with this yesterday, and but I was watching a video today, and I'll tell you who it was in just a little bit. But I was discussing with you guys yesterday that what if the dawn of a new era that is happening in another product right now. It's happening in another product. I'll let you guys know what it is, and then you can check on this guy's video as proof of that. What if this dawn of a new era hit Pokemon? Like I was talking about swatch cards of like Charizard, serial numbered cards, chase cards that you find in the hobby boxes. You know, inside booster boxes, all right, particularly in the booster packs. You would be on the hunt in booster packs and in booster boxes for this particular product. What's up, math guy? So if Pokemon was to introduce this new era of cards, because to my knowledge, we never had any kind of serial numbered cards in Pokemon, right? We only have the VMAXs. You had Holos, you have reverse Holos, and then we have the VMAX, GX, EX cards, V and VMAX, and then we have V Unions, right? What if Pokemon introduced these new serial numbered cards, such as artist proofs, swatch cards like patch cards of like Charizard, scale art, like you have a piece of like Charizard's in leather or something. Maybe it's a leather patch with scales on it that represent dragon scales, and it's a Charizard swatch card with a little square of a chart, like a dragon scale in it. And, you know, we know dragons aren't real, but Pokemon did a really nice job, made a swatch of it, and it's a chase card, 1 of 1,000, and there's only 1,000 produced, and they're spread out between the production line of that entire run of booster boxes, right? Of those serial numbered cards and subsets that are serial numbered, right? If we go into that era of new cards, of artist proofs or one-offs, or it could be 1 of 1, and like I said, the artist proofs, swatch cards. I don't think we're gonna have autographs or anything like that, but the serial numbered cards of special cards. Not alternate arts. Of course, they could do an alternate art and say, hey, we only have 500 alternate arts of Umbreon, and you got number 1 of 1. Now, here's how they can do it. They can do it with those, like, V-Union cards. Remember, Pokemon came out with the V-Unions. You have those, let me bring it down, just to show you what I'm talking about. Is it over here? Or is it over? Oh boy, it's on the other. I put it away. I put it away, guys. All right, you guys don't know what I'm talking about anyway. You had the V-Union Mewtwo, Green Ninja, I think it was, and then there was another one that just came out recently. It had 4 cards that make up 1 jumbo that was in there as well. Now, what if Pokemon did this with V-Union? All right, just saying as a chase, right? Just to give you guys a general idea. If Pokemon was to introduce these V-Union cards, they do a serial number with the V-Union. You would have to collect the 4 pieces, right, of that card. You have to collect them in boxes. You have to hunt. So you got 1 piece numbered 1 of 400. So there's 400 of those pieces, 400 of those cards that make up 1 piece of the 4 cards you need to make that set, right? So you have them serial numbered 1 of 500 or 1 of 1,500 or whatever the amount that they are printing of those. You have them serial numbered, so you'll know if you got number 2 of 15,000 or number 3 of 15,000. And to make up those 4 V-Unions that make up the Mewtwo, you have to search through, open up packs and packs and packs to find those 4 pieces. Now, if they did it like in that manner and follow suit with subsets and other rarity levels of cards, I think it would be huge. And like I said, they spread it out amongst the entire print run of the Pokemon. Now, how would they do that? Right? Because the way we are getting product now is Pokemon is printing in waves. All right? They would have to get away with printing waves and do an initial run, right? We'd have to do the first print run. Bang! Pop those out. And then later on, it could be 3 months from now, we get another print run. That's part of the first print run, the initial wave. That makes up the total production line. So they can't print in waves because I think demand for Pokemon has dipped down. And how do you revamp or revitalize the market, shapeshift it to get demand up again? You throw game-changing ideas or products out there so people get excited again. And I think this is a direction that will take Pokemon to that level, is introducing a dawn of a new era in Pokemon that has never been done. So for the first time ever, we would get chase cards, swatch cards, and they can do it amongst different levels of cards. Into every different Pokemon product that comes out, we have these different artist proofs, swatch cards, signature cards, or whatever. Just like they're doing, like we have Amazing Rares, we have you have V and V Max, V Union cards, All right. And then you have these Brilliant Star cards that are coming out, right? So they are introducing new cards in that concept, but step it up again and do serialized cards. All right. That are limited number. There's no mass production where you have to search for, there's so many Pokemon cards that they print, and you got the same thing over the entire print run of every set that comes out. We get this, same amount they print. Why not make a limited run of certain cards in a chase format that you put into booster packs, and you put the odds and the rarity of pulling it, 1 in 500 packs, 1 in 300 packs, or whatever the odd ratio for pulling that artist proof or signature swatch card or sketch card out, because they can introduce artist proofs like sketch cards from the artists of Charizard, Blastoise, Charmander, artist sketch cards, and portrait cards, and the V-Union cards where you have to find all 4 cards. I am sure that Pokemon, that people would try to collect the number 1 of 400, the number 2 of 400, the number 3 of 400, and the number 4 of 400. So they would have the entire 1, 2, and 3 card of the first 4 pieces of 1 of 400, 1 of 500 to make up their entire set. You have collectors that will want the 1-ofs. The first card, 1 of 500. The second card, 1 of 500. The second card. People want to collect in that format and get them in PSA graded. Guys, it could be phenomenal for Pokemon where the cards will both appease collectors and the people who collect for the TCG, and play the game. So it's definitely a game changer and a win for everybody who collects Pokemon in a dawn of this new era of cards that Pokemon, if you're listening, wake up, because this could definitely change the game for Pokemon in the drastic downturn we got where people are leaving Pokemon, where you do a print run, initial print run, and then you do the reprint later on down the years, and it gives you time to print out other product, but you do another print, and that's the final run. There's no more waves and all of this, and then the second, third wave, you knock out the LGS stores by throwing all this product. No, you do an initial wave with these chase cards in it, and you can do it in a series of Pokemon, Series 2, where we get a multitude of sets when Pokemon does this, right? When Pokemon makes a set and we get Battle Styles or we get Brilliant Stars, it comes from 4 generations of Japanese sets that came out, because the Japanese get more Pokemon sets earlier than we do. And ours is compiled and mumbled together based on those 4 or 5 sets over in Japan that Pokemon puts out over here for us. So Pokemon can do this in 2 waves. 2 waves. You can do a Series 1, and you got an initial wave and a reprint 6 months from now. And then you can do the second series, and you'll get part 2 of the subsets, part 2 of the signature line of those other chase cards that were in Series 1 only. And then 6 months from that, you have another reprint. Boom, and that's it. And that's it. All right, and then that would be it. That's the initial print. There's no more cards being printed, no more reprints. Pokemon moves on to the next set and does it in Series 1 and Series 2 with an initial run, and then a second a reprint 6 months from now. That way they have plenty of time to keep up and keep their other regular schedules with other Pokemon projects that they have set up to get other cards out. We don't have to worry about a reprint of trying to make Lost Thunder and Dragon Majesty and all these other cards they keep pumping out, putting stuff behind and Pine and making us wait for product. And then they can control keep better control of product control, quality control, QA. That's very important. You know, I think this is epic for Pokemon that they could do this. Now, where I got this idea, I thought of it myself because I looked back at sports cards, and this kind of stuff was huge in sports cards. And it was huge in Pokemon when they did topper cards in case boxes. I think in certain boxes they had toppers, or in every booster box of the old series Pokemon, they had these, the animated series had these toppers in them. I think, you know, they can return to toppers and doing special cards like that, 1 of 5 or something, or 5 different toppers. If you buy a case, hopefully you get all 6 or all 5 in the set from opening the entire case. Out of 6 boxes, hopefully you'll get all 5 or all 4 artworks out of 6 boxes. If not, you can trade with somebody else at LGS store. I think the toppers would be great, or a promo card in each box, or serial numbered in each booster box, you know, based on a series or subset of cards. A numbered card is in the top. I mean, they're doing this with Build and Battle, where you have a pre-release card in there. Why don't make it a serial numbered in like a booster box special card, that for buying a booster box you get that special serial numbered card in there, and it's 1 of 5 of 6 different arts of whatever card they design, or cards they add to that set, and you get it in a booster box. I think that would push booster box sales because people want that serial numbered card, 1 of 1,000 or whatever, or you know, whatever they serial number it to. And then you have the chase cards in Series 1 in an initial wave release. When it first comes out, you get that first wave of product, and then you have a reprint 6 months from now. You'll have another wave of it come back out, and that's it. That's done. Then they move on to the next project, or the next project will already be coming out in a Series 1, and that'll be pushed back 6 months where we get the second series of that. And that'll keep Pokemon on top of their game. They already know 6 months from now they have to print up another batch for Series 2 and the other lineup of stuff. And I think they can stay ahead of the game, giving them a 6-month breathing room, and push out product of a Series 2 in 6 months from the prior release of the Series 1. With introduction of serial numbered cards as a demand, to push demand for the product. I mean, Pokemon is popular already, but to both appease the collectors and the players, I think this is an epic turn for Pokemon to introduce something that's been in sports cards, that made sports cards one big banger of a year this year for people who are collecting sports. It all of a sudden stopped where we found we couldn't get Pokemon cards and we couldn't get sports cards at Targets and some Walmarts and some CVS's because someone took a gun out and was trying to rob someone who had sports cards. So sports cards has an interesting thing going on with subsets and parallel cards that appeases collectors and people who open that product. And I think it's a game changer if Pokemon did this, and added exclusive serial number cards to their lineup of Pokemon in different series of Pokemon that they come out with. Sword and Shield, X, Y, Sun, Moon, you know what I'm talking about? Those different series of Pokemon that we get. Now we have Brilliant Stars and whatever comes out after Brilliant Stars. Okay? So I think that will be a game changer, for Pokemon. All right? So I was watching, and like I said, I watch a lot of YouTube more than I do any regular TV. Now, I was just over on Alpha Investments checking out Rudy, because he's a very informative guy. Whether you love to hate him, you got to give the guy this one-up, and he knows what he's talking about. That's for sure. As far as, making some decisions, he wouldn't be in the financial position that he is and stocking up as much product as he's buying and all these business ventures that he's doing. Obviously, he's making some right steps, making some right moves, and got the right connections in his pocket. Okay, so got to give him one up on that he does know his stuff. All right, but you got to love to hate when you get popular like that and you know your stuff. You're going to get the people that are going to hate. And that's to be expected even when you become a basketball player. They're not going to like LeBron James. They don't think he's the next Michael Jordan or whatever. And people are going to love to hate and say yes and no. And you can agree to disagree, but that's how it is with life in general, especially when you become on that social media platform popular. And, people are going to love to hate you. So, so check out Rudy, guys, on Alpha Investment. And the product that I'm talking about, guys, that this new dawn of era is actually taking place is with Magic the Gathering. For the very first time, Magic the Gathering is now going into that dawn of era of serial numbered cards, which I agree is a game changer for Magic, because what I do know about Magic is you have a lot of reprint of the same card 4 or 5 times. For what I hear from collectors, as I was collecting Pokemon, I hear people talking about Magic the Gathering and stuff, if they would change this and do this. There's too many of these cards of the same card. So Rudy, again, acknowledged that point to me that I heard from collectors in LGS stores that play Magic the Gathering, collect Magic the Gathering cards, because my ears are open when I'm in these shops. I listen to what other people are talking about and different errors and Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff like that. So I adhere to those, and I take knowledge of what's going on in other sets outside of Pokemon, and which draw me to make this video, A Dawn of a New Era, and to talk about it yesterday about Pokemon should introduce some subsets of serial number cards. And, I think content creators, when it's when content is in the eyes of the right people and people talk about it enough, then the change will come. So here's where my video comes out. If you like what I'm talking about, you think this would be an awesome thing to hit Pokemon, having serial number cards, chase cards other than VMAX cards, serial numbered swatch cards, and artist proofs and sketch cards. Something different than what we just see in regular cards. I think it brings more to a collectability of the card. It adds more value to your cards because you're now chasing after more than just VMAXs and hyper rares. You're after more than just alternate arts. You're after serial numbered cards that are limited, guys, to a certain number of cards out there in the wild that drastically reduces and say, hey, you got one of 1,500. There's only 1,500 of these cards. Only 1,500 people can have this card in the world that has collected Pokemon. And you got one of them, and you pulled it out of a booster pack or a booster box, and they can spread this out in the booster packs and in the booster boxes, the total number of chase cards. Randomly thrown in a sleeve pack, a checkout lane blister, or in a booster box. They can spread it out in that format of the initial waves of all the product that comes out that's going to have that chase card in it on whatever the next series of Pokemon is. And then 6 months from now, we get a Series 2 with another set of cards that cater to that same aspect that go with that set. Serial numbered again, and sketch cards, artist proof, portrait cards. I think it is a winner, and it's a win-win situation for the Pokemon community, us as collectors, investors, single card buyers. You guys, everybody, it'll appease everybody, and definitely it'll draw demand back into Pokemon, and it'll definitely add value to those cards that are serial numbered. And whatever they do with the mass produce of VMAXs and ultra rares and rainbow rares and all of that, I think people will be drawn to want to have those serial numbered cards. All right. And anybody playing a TCG with the VMAX and rainbow cards, well, it'll appease collectors for that as well, because people still gonna want to collect those hollows and ultra rares and stuff like that. So what we have to do is get the word out, and it's already happening in Magic the Gathering. It's in the eyes of of people, and people must have talked about it and wanted to see a change, and now the Wizards is changing what modern Magic the Gathering format, changing it to this new dawn of a new era of chase cards serial numbered. And I think that's the wave of the future. That's the way Pokemon should be heading to, in that same direction. And like I said, I talked about it yesterday. If you guys think this is an awesome idea for Pokemon, all you got to do is speak it. Speak it out. Speak it amongst people. Share this video out amongst your peeps. Get it out in front of people. Let them know what's going on. Hey, this guy got some brilliant ideas over here. Pokemon needs to see this video. Needs to get it in the eyes of people. Let them hear our ideas, because I am a firm believer, just like on a job, our greatest ideas are in the hands of people like us as collectors. We know what we want. We know what we want to see. And on your job, the greatest ideas come from the people on the inside. We know what's going to make our jobs easier, and we can bring this in the format in front of people that are higher up in the company. And if they take that change and run with it to make our jobs easier, they run with it. Walmart's a little harder on that. They don't take any ideas. Walmart has, from my standpoint, has never taken any idea from an employee and instituted into making one of their signature things to make our jobs easier. I haven't seen it happen. So our talk is just talk. Walmart takes a little bit of piece of ShopRite, takes a little bit of piece of Hannaford, takes a little bit of piece of Target, and a little bit of pieces of BJ's and Costco's, and they format it into their own dress codes, where we get smocks and badges and how we wear what kind of box cutters we use and all. They take bits of ideas from everything that's out there, Amazon, and they juggle it into their one thing. That's what Walmart does for us as employees. They juggle everything in from a little bit of this, from Amazon, a little bit from every different supermarket that's all across the country, and Walmart institutes it into their own kind of winning solution, but never takes the ideas of an employee to benefit them, to make their jobs easier. I have never seen it done. So for us, we're in this little tight-knit community called Pokemon, where if we can get these ideas in the realm of the right eyes, then we can make a change. Hopefully they'll see it and say, hey, if enough people want this, then they will definitely make it happen. And, like I said, that's why YouTuber content creators, we have ideas, and some of you guys can roll and say, hey, those are great ideas. And if it's something that everybody agrees to and enough people agree to, it gets into the eyes of those people that say, whew, yeah, this is definitely a win situation. Pokemon is a business that's about making money. This will make them a ton of money going in this direction, a ton of money. And people will always continue to come back and want to buy the product because they keep making game-changing, winning solutions. People are going to keep buying the product and keep chasing after it. And if they're about making money, yeah, this is definitely a win situation for them. All right, so that's enough with me talking about that, guys. That's what I had to say today. This video. I'll probably do another video for you guys later on. But I'm going to finish some work up here in the studio. And I had to bring this video out, man. I just feel that it's a needed talk. And, we if we stick together, we can make things happen. And like I said, this video gets out in front of people that say, hey, there's some great ideas. we start ranting and say, hey, you know, where's serial number cards? Magic the Gathering got it. If we make some noise, Pokemon will listen, and I think they'll come full force and make a turnaround and say, hey, all right, here we go. You guys asked for it. You guys wanted it. You got it. Sequentially numbered serial number chase cards. Along with the VMAXs and stuff, you have your own different subsets, serial number. This is how many we're making. And we're going to do an initial wave, and then we'll do a print run 6 months from now on a series of the Series 1. And then a Series 2 will follow up. And we'll do 6 months from there another Series 1 initial rollout. And that's it. There's no more waves and waves and waves of product coming out. They need to just let stuff go where it's at. You got Crimson Invasion out. You got Lost Thunder out. Let this stuff go where it's at. Stay where it's at. Roll with the new the projects you already set before, because you're just pushing stuff back and back and back, and that's why we can't get our products when they say they're going to print. We got so many issues with errors and stuff like that because Pokemon's got their hands full enough that they're trying to do other reprints, worrying about the older stuff. You need to worry about the new stuff. Worry about what's on the horizon, what you are doing for us, to collect down the road. You need to be focusing on that, not worrying about Lost Thunder evolutions and worry about the prices on that. That stuff is a blast from the past. Let it stay where it's at. Keep rolling out in your direction that you need to be in. That's forward, not keep going backwards. You take 2 steps back, and then they push out product, and it's late for us all the time. And it arrives late, and they can't keep their eyes focused on what they need to do. So, that's my little rant, guys. If you think this was an awesome video, definitely get this in the right eyes. Share it on your social media. Blast that like button to help the algorithm, to help this video get out there, and share it on all your social medias. And that's about all I got to say. Think these ideas are well worth, your time, then share the video. Help this video get out in the right hands, and hopefully we can see the change just like Magic is getting them, and we'll get chase cards and sequentially numbered sketch cards, artist proofs, and stuff like that. That is making, sports cards as popular as what it was and still is to this day, and we're getting that in Magic the Gathering. But I would love to see it happen in Pokemon. New is always, new could be good. If Pokemon rolls this out in the right way, go about it in the proper procedure, without, overdoing it, I think they have a win situation, man. I don't know about you. All right? But without further ado, guys, I want to say thanks for watching this video. I'll have another video for you guys later on. I'm going to get back to what I was doing, and I just figured I'd come out, talk to you guys about this, dawn of a new era, and a new modern product. Well, it's not a new modern product, it's an old modern product, Magic the Gathering, and they're getting chase cards, man. Wizards is up on Pokemon. One up on Pokemon for Wizards and Magic the Gathering, heading in the right direction with that for sure. Pokemon, you got a winning solution already. You got a winning system. Why not enhance and improve on already what you got as a winning into your pocket. Without further ado, guys, I'm your gamesman. You guys have been great. I'll be here for the next video, guys, so I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, remember to get out there and catch them all. And have a ball. And I'll see all of who? I'll see all of y'all in in the next video, guys. Love you. I'll see you on the next one. Peace, love, and a high five. And I'm out of here. Deuces.